Why don't we book losses early? 1. Hope. When my trade starts moving in the opposite direction, hope quietly enters. I begin to believe the market will take a U turn and give me profits again. Intellectually, I know there's no guarantee in markets. But emotionally, I wait as if the market is aware of my position and will change direction for me. In those moments, I forget a basic reality. I am not dealing with a person. I am dealing with a massive system influenced by millions of participants. The market doesn't know my entry, it doesn't know my expectations. Yet, hope convinces me to wait, even when logic is already warning me. 2. Fear of losing a winning trade. Sometimes the trade it goes in my favor and reaches a decent profit, but when it starts reversing, a new fear appears. The fear is not of loss, the fear is of missing a bigger profit. I hesitate to exit because I believe the market might again reach the previous high or go even higher. I hold on to what I saw, not what is happening now. Deep inside, I often know the price may never return. Yet I wait, I become numb. I stop responding. This is not confidence, this is attachment to a past price that no longer exists. 3. Ego. Ego in trading is subtle and deeply misunderstood. In daily life, when someone says we are not good enough, ego activates to protect us. We defend ourselves. We argue. We try to prove our worth. The same thing happens in trading. When the market gives a loss, it feels like a personal statement. You are wrong. Ego doesn't accept this easily. It wants to prove the market wrong. But the truth is simple and uncomfortable. The market doesn't care. It doesn't care about my ego. It doesn't care whether I win or lose. It doesn't care whether I am right or wrong. Trying to prove something to the market is like arguing with the ocean. 4. Unhealthy sportiveness. This pattern often comes from childhood. In sports, losing was associated with judgment. People laughed. We were labeled as not good enough. To compensate, elders taught us to take things sportively. If we lost, we were encouraged to move on quickly and try again. Over time, we learned to skip reflection and jump directly to the next attempt. This conditioning silently enters trading. When we take a loss, we say, "It's okay, losses are part of the game." But instead of analyzing why the loss happened, we rush to the next trade to emotionally escape the discomfort. This is not maturity, this is avoidance disguised as positivity. 5. Lack of focus and multitasking. Some days I am not fully present with the market. I might be talking on the phone, watching a movie, working on something else. The chart becomes just one screen among many. When I look back at the market, price has already moved beyond my planned entry. Now my brain needs time to reevaluate the situation. But emotions don't wait. There is sudden urgency. Price is moving away. Act fast. In that rushed state, I take an entry at the wrong point. Naturally, the stop loss becomes wider, and the trade quality drops before the trade even begins. 6. Yesterday's losing trade. Some days, I enter the market already burdened by yesterday. I have a silent rule in my head. I must recover today. Even if the market is slow, unclear, or unfavorable, I look for trades not because they are good, but because I need emotional relief from the previous loss. The market doesn't care about yesterday, but I do, and that pressure distorts my judgment. 7. Yesterday's profitable trade. This looks different, but it is the same trap wearing a new mask. After a profitable day, a new fear appears. I should not lose today. I become protective of yesterday's profit. Any loss today feels like it is taking something away from me. So when I enter a losing trade, I don't accept it easily. I take more trades to at least exit at break even. Most of the time, that break even never comes. And a small loss turns into multiple losses. 8. Keeping stop loss. Too small. This behavior looks disciplined on the surface. I tell myself, if I keep a small stop loss, I can exit early with minimal damage. But in reality, a very small stop gets hit frequently. Because the loss feels small, I re enter. If that also fails, two small losses become one meaningful loss. Now pressure builds. I feel the urge to recover. This connects directly to unhealthy sportiveness. One psychological trigger activates another, and soon I am trapped in a loop of losses. 9. Increasing quantity. After a loss, I sometimes increase quantity to recover faster. The logic sounds mathematical. If the market moves halfway back, I'll be break even. But markets do not move to satisfy my math. Increasing quantity under emotional pressure doesn't reduce risk, it amplifies it. Instead of recovering, I often end up with a loss twice the size of the original one. What began as a recovery attempt becomes a punishment. Hashtag summary for the listener. If you relate to any of these, you're not broken, you are human. We hold losing trades because hope feels safer than acceptance. We don't exit winning trades because we are attached to past prices. We fight losses because ego wants validation. We skip analysis because unhealthy sportiveness teaches us to move on fast. We make bad entries because attention is divided. We trade emotionally because yesterday still lives inside us. We tighten stops and increase quantity because pressure keeps transferring from one decision to another. Most trading mistakes are not isolated, they are linked psychological reactions. One trigger activates the next. The real work is not fixing a single mistake, it is seeing the chain clearly. And once the chain is seen, the urgency slowly loosens. That's where change actually begins.